Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another NFL Sunday. It is October 25th. I am woke. I have my pumpkin spice coffee right here, and I'm not talking about 2020 woke in the sense of politics. I'm talking about I'm woke, ready to take the bookies' money. That's what I'm ready to do. And today we have a great slate of games, and we're going to start with the Lions and the Falcons. First, I have to say, I'm going to take the Falcons -2. I don't think they're one of those type of teams to lose a crazy amount of games and slide into a top 5 pick. They're a mediocre team. They're going to fall at 6-10, 7-9, and disrupt any opportunity they have of moving on and developing a future. The Browns and the Bengals, I have the Browns -3. Joe Mixon is out. They have a banged up offensive line. I think the Browns defensive front is able to pressure Joe Burrows and create problems and opportunities for turnovers. The Steelers and the Titans. This is going to be the match that we wanted last week with the Browns and the Steelers. You have Derrick Henry against one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL, potentially the best defense in the NFL, and the Steelers. I have the Titans -1.5. I think they win that game by 2 or 3. The Panthers and the Saints. The game is in New Orleans. I love the Saints in the Superdome, but I don't like divisional games that are 7 points. So I'm going to go with the Panthers +7. I think the Panthers ultimately lose in the Superdome in New Orleans against Drew Brees, but at the same time, I think they're able to cover that 7-point spread. You have the Bills and the Jets. The Bills are going to New York, where they're already home to. There is no fans in New York, so there's no home field advantage. The Jets are trash. Adam Gase is on his way out. The spread is -10. I possibly would have taken -14. Give me the Bills all day, and I don't care if I lose. You have the Cowboys and the Washington football team at a pick'em. I'm waiting for the Cowboys to come out and show me and take over the NFC East. I'm waiting for the Cowboys or the Eagles to do so. I think this is going to be the week where the Cowboys somewhat get their shit together. They win this game at a pick'em, but I think it's closer than what people imagine, and I think the Washington football team is better than what their record displays. Then you have the Packers versus the Texans. That's going to wrap us up for the 1 p.m. game. I love the Packers. I think the Packers are a potential Super Bowl team, even with that whitewashing that last week. I still think the Packers are one of the best teams in the NFC. I think they have no problem covering a 3.5-point spread against Houston. In Houston, Houston is on the verge of a complete and utter rebuild. They have Deshaun Watson and nothing else. They've gotten rid of every single weapon possible. I'm going to the Packers. 4 p.m. games. You have the Buccaneers versus the Raiders. The Raiders find redemption for the Tuck rule, and they win in Las Vegas. I love the Vegas Raiders. I think the Vegas Raiders are going to be embraced by that area and loved because of their excellent play and what John Gruden is doing over there. I think they upset the Buccaneers. Give me the 4.5 points. Would not hesitate to take the money line. Chiefs and the Broncos, another division game. Chiefs are on the road, and they're 7.5-point favorites. I'm not buying it. I like the Broncos' defense. They lose. Ultimately, they lose. But I think the Broncos are able to keep it close. Here's my issue. Obviously, it's the Chiefs. You don't bet against the Chiefs. They could have the potential of going off on 21 games. So if I was going to advise anybody to take any games, it would be to stay away from that one. The 49ers and the Patriots. You have Jimmy G, potential benched Jimmy G, versus the Patriots without Tom Brady. I think Bill Belichick gets the matchup in this one. It's in New England. New England -3. Love the way that Cam Newton's playing, and I think that offense is only going to get better over the course of the year and potentially even future, because I don't see the Patriots coming off of Cam Newton next year either. Then you also have the Jaguars and the Chargers. You have Gardner Minshew, who's on the verge of being benched, who was the it factor last year. He was the one that everybody loved, and now you have this new face in Justin Herbert with the Chargers, and he is the new face that everybody's embracing. He is what everybody sees moving forward. And last week when I watched him, a lot of confidence in his balls. Was able to throw the ball into coverage, double coverage, and find the places to put it to make his wide receivers be able to make plays. I like Justin Herbert. I feel like the Chargers have excelled and allowed him to gain confidence in himself. That's a big body with a big arm, and I think that it has a good future ahead of him. And then finally, we go to the Sunday night football game, which is right next to the Steelers and the Buccaneers and the Raiders as game of the week. We have 3 great games slotted in at 3 different times. You have the 1 p.m., you have the Steelers and the Titans, you have the 4 p.m., the Buccaneers and the Raiders, and then Sunday night football on its own platform at its own time, and being the only game, you have this game of the week, and that's the Seahawks versus the Cardinals. I love Kyler Murray. I am sold on Kyler Murray. Kid is quick, agile, awareness is amazing, able to get out of the pocket fast, and has a cannon of an arm. Love Kyler Murray, and I hate the Seahawks defense. I think the Seahawks defense is completely their worst part of their team. I got to watch it up close 2 weeks ago, and they didn't impress me. They've lost a lot, and they have not impressed me. Russell Wilson, on the other hand, wow. Seen him twice. This last time. Kid's the real deal. He's locked and loaded this year. But I think they have enough to get by the Cardinals. They win by 4 or 5 points and cover that 3.5-point spread. The Hawks win. So here we go. This is Week 7 picks. You will not see me next week unless you're tuning in to Fox for the Dolphins-Rams game. Hopefully I'm on the sidelines. Either way, stay tuned. Come back on Wednesday for Snapbacks and Bow Ties podcast. I'm very excited to break down everything I just talked about after it happens. Follow us at SAB Podcast Show and look forward to seeing you guys and hearing back from you many more. Have a good one. Have many good ones. Take care.